Did you ever lose a tire off of your boat trailer? Did you ever do that? Huh? Wow! That's a beauty. Good morning, guys and girls. May 4, beautiful morning, May the 4th. We're going to be looking at Joshua 8:1. Joshua 8:1. The Lord said to Joshua, and he said this to him more than once, so he's really trying to drill it in. He said it to him on several different occasions. Don't be afraid or give up. Don't be afraid or give up. This is a perfect scripture for me. You know what I'm going through right now. You know what Chris is going through. And I'm going to tell you what, they're working her out. It's a boot camp up there. I'm going to be with her all day today, and I might have a report for you tonight. I might do an update tonight. I'm not sure, but I will be doing updates. Try to give you like 2 or 3 a week anyway, and sometimes not much is happening, but I might even try to show some video. I'm going to tell you the deal on showing video of Chris working out. They don't really care. They don't mind that there at Hillcrest at the Kaiser Rehabilitation Center. But I just don't want her to think that, I know that she probably don't want people to see her struggling the way that she's struggling right now, and having to learn how to do everything and to talk and to try to learn how to walk and I don't know. I don't know if I'll show you any of that or not. I might wait until we have some just great results. I think it sounded like a drone went over, but it shouldn't be a drone. I'm out here in the middle of one of my pecan groves. It could be killer bees too. They sound just about like that, a drone, as a matter of fact. And that would have a lot better chance of being killer bees, so it made me a little bit nervous, to be honest with you. Killer bees are real, and I've seen them in Mexico, but they've come up through Texas, and we actually even have a few of them here in southern Oklahoma. All right, the Lord said to Joshua, don't be afraid or give up. Here's what I wrote about that. Muddy water scares a lot of bass fishermen. When you look at water with raccoon tracks on top, it can be pretty frightening. The bass, on the other hand, they don't mind at all. No way. They're well equipped with great senses to survive very well in muddy water. They actually can see much better than you would imagine. When we did our test out at the University of Oklahoma with the color selector and seeing how bass could operate in muddy water and in dingy water and clear water, we found in muddy water that muddy water is water where a white disc, a white probe, disappears in 2 to 4 feet. If it disappears within 2 to 4 feet, that's or maybe it was in less than 2 feet. Maybe it was in less than 2 feet. It disappeared in less than 2 feet. It was considered muddy. But bass could still see and identify color even in that muddy water. Could see and identify color in that muddy water. They can see better than you might imagine. When fishing in muddy water, it's important to remember 3 key things. You might want to write these down. Shallow. Yeah, shallow. Shallow. The shallower you fish, the more bites you're going to get. When it's muddy, go shallow. Jesus continually told his disciples not to be afraid. And even with everything they went through, even after he came back to life, even after Jesus walked out of that tomb, even after Jesus was resurrected, even after they saw him spread his arms up to heaven and ascend to heaven in the clouds, they saw that happen. Even after that, they still feared up at times. They got afraid. He told his disciples not to be afraid. Jesus knows that fear is a natural response. You and I are going to be afraid. We're going to be just like Jesus' disciples. I'm thinking, man, if I saw him do all that, if I saw him make blind people see, if I saw him make lame people walk, if I saw him say Lazarus come out of there and that dead man walked out of that grave, I'd say, man, whatever that man says, I'm believing. Yeah, if an army's coming at me, 10 million people, I ain't going to be afraid. I'm going to stand up there and say, sick 'em Jesus. But let me tell you, we're going to be afraid. That's easy to say until all that army starts coming at you. And then we're saying, Jesus, you got this, as we turn around and run. He knows that fear is a natural response. We're not sure what's going to happen in a scary situation. I've been probably more afraid this last month than I've ever been in my life about anything. And I've come close to dying many times. I'm not afraid to die. I'm afraid to lose Chris. Our comfort is that Jesus does know the outcome. So when something scary happens, just remember, Jesus knows the outcome even though we don't. He also knows that He will help us and He will see us through. So whatever that scary situation is, whatever that unknown thing that we're afraid of is, or even if it is a known thing that we're afraid of, we've got a known thing we're afraid of right here. He will help us and He will see us through. In fact, He will even bring us through death itself. We all know we're going to die. We know that going in. And like I said, I'm not afraid of death. It scares me to death to think about people I love dying. That's what scares me. But we know that God will bring us through that. It's comforting to know when your wife is a born-again Christian, when your son and daughter are, when your grandkids are, when your friends are. That's a comforting thing to know. I hope that you know. I hope that you know that Jesus has conquered death. And I hope that you know that when you die, you're going to spend eternity in heaven with Him and not in hell. Guys and girls, go out there and have you a great one today. We forgot to do the tip, didn't we? Occasionally check and tighten the lug nuts on your boat trailer. That wasn't too exciting, was it? Well, it is exciting if you lose a tire off there, though. I've seen that happen. I've actually lost my entire boat trailer. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 different times. Now, one of those times I was not driving it. My buddy Galen Woolridge down in Texas had borrowed my boat, and he lost the boat on the freeway in the middle of Dallas traffic. And he totaled out 2 or 3 cars and did quite a bit of damage to my boat. But fortunately, he didn't kill anybody. He didn't even hurt anybody, even though that boat ended up hitting another car head-on the other side of the interstate. But yes, I have seen my entire boat trailer come loose, go down the road, go down in the middle, go up on the other side, go down the other side of the interstate the wrong way, and then go over the hill on the other side. And fortunately, God must have been riding in that boat because He didn't let it hit anything or anybody. He did take out $468 worth of chain link fence that Kansas Interstate Authority did bill me for. But anyway, make sure you tighten those lug nuts. Just every now and then, just take your lug wrench and go out there and hit them a little bit. And most every one of them, you'll be able to tighten just a little bit because they will get loose over time. Now, guys and girls, I forget to do the tip quite often, don't I? I tell you what. I'm excited. I'm getting ready to go to Tulsa and spend the day with Chris. So watch her do her work, and she's doing all day. I'm there cheering her on. I'm the cheering society. Go out there and have you a great one today because it's going to be another great day to be alive. And don't get feared up. No matter what happens, don't get feared up. God's got this.